Hi there, I am Shanina,
Hi, I'm Josephine.
and we are here having a little Zoom conversation. And I'm so excited to be talking to you today because you are my guru on meditation. You're one of these people, I've known you for so many years, and you just have this presence, and you've always been this person, and you actually inspire a lot of my work. Just sitting with it and sitting with your feelings. So I want to thank you for that. And I would like you to share a little bit about meditation and how to meditate. How do we even start meditating? Because a lot of us have troubles, like, we have active minds or we feel like we don't have time. So, what kind of advice would you give us?
Okay, so there's a lot of different kinds of meditation that are out there.
Mhm.
And I would say the first thing is if you try one and it doesn't work for you, try something else. When we're at the beginning stages of meditation, a lot of the time our mind is so busy that it's good to have either a mantra, like some forms of meditation you use a mantra, some you use chanting.
Mhm.
I used to do Kundalini yoga a lot, and they have a meditation where you're tapping your fingers and chanting Satanama, Satanama. So that's a
Mhm.
way of focusing your mind. Your mind needs to learn how to focus on something for an extended
Mhm.
period of time. And the normal thing is that your mind is going to get drawn out into thinking about whatever's bothering you.
Mhm.
And another thing that a lot of meditation is tends to tell you to do is to either focus on your breath. So the
Mhm.
breath, another thing that's easy. It's a physical sensation. It's something that you're doing with your body that you can focus on. And or also just feeling the physical sensations in your body.
Mhm.
And what you will come to notice is that your emotions, like, so people have a thought and then it triggers a feeling in them, and then they get sucked into this, like, either catastrophizing
Mhm.
or fantasizing or whatever. But there's a relationship between the sensation in your body and the thought that you're having.
Mhm.
So, and meditation is about, so the thought starts happening and you just allow it to be there, like it's like a cloud going through the sky. It's there, but your
Mhm.
mind is the sky. Your mind, you're the observer of everything that is happening in you.
Mhm.
And you don't need to beat yourself up. So I've gone through meditations where I'm just like seething with anger. And
Mm.
right? Like, so, and people think, oh, if I'm doing this, then I'm doing it wrong. It's supposed to be peaceful. And it's like, no, it's whatever it is in that moment is that's
That
coming
is
up,
so interesting because I
right?
thought, oh, you just have to go and you better be peaceful but different emotions can come up too.
Oh yeah. No, that's what it's all about, is seeing what's there. So when in your videos, when you're talking about sitting with your emotions,
Mhm.
meditation, just, you're going to stop everything that's going on in the outside world and you're just going to focus on sitting with your body, sitting
Mhm.
with your emotions and your mind, sitting only with yourself. I did this 11-day meditation. It's 11 days silent meditation in Merit called Vipassana. And yeah, and so for 11 days, you cannot talk to anyone, you don't look at anyone, you are just in your own psyche. And they make it that you don't talk to anyone else because it's really easy to think that other people are doing stuff to you. And that's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling.
Mhm.
But when you're alone with yourself for 11 days, you realize that most of the stuff that's happening is inside yourself. Yeah. So when I'm doing these 45-minute meditations, what, like, if I notice that I go into a specific thought,
Mhm.
instead of trying to make the thought, it's always about allowing everything to be as it is and just observing it. But
Mhm.
I try and actually go, okay, there's the thought. And then I try to notice the physical sensation that's happening in
Mhm.
my body and just be curious about it. Just notice it. And with Vipassana, the 11-day silent meditation, one of the things you do is you scan up and down your body. Don't get stuck on any one sensation. You just if there's a really big pain in your heart, say a lot of the times when I'm having emotional pain, it's in my heart area that I
Mm.
can feel it now. But you don't stay there. You also go and you travel down your body and feel what your toes are feeling and keep going. Like, so it's a training of the mind
Mhm.
to notice, to observe what is actually happening in your body.
Wow. Related to the thought. So putting the thought and the sensation and seeing what connection there is.
Yeah, just allowing everything to be as it is in your body.
Okay.
And because for every person, like I read a book called The Seat of the Soul, I think, and it's talking about how some people are very aware that they have thoughts, but they are not aware that they're having a sensation in their body. And then other people are only feel emotions and they're not aware that they're having thoughts. So every single person is completely unique. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Like whatever someone else is telling you, it doesn't really matter because
That's their
your
experience, I guess.
exactly your experience is your experience. Everybody's a unique individual, but it's about you being in the observer position of this entire
Being.
thing that you do. Yeah, yeah.
I remember like at least 15 years ago, you told me a story that you said that you will just lay on your bed and just be. And I was like, for me, that was like, how does a person just lay there? And you were like, that was like your rest, your time to like meditate and just be with yourself. And you needed that time to connect. And I find it is hard for us nowadays because we're trying to avoid that. We're like, oh my God, no, I have to go in. And I remember being so at awe with the idea of just sitting and being comfortable in your own skin with your own thoughts and feelings.
Yes. It's so good. When I do it, I feel so good afterwards. But man, it's so much harder nowadays with the phone. Like the minute you sit down or lie, like I have to schedule time to do this now because if I don't schedule it, I will let myself get sucked into my phone or
so scheduling it.
Yes.
And when is a good time, you would say, to do this practice?
I think that's also an individual thing. I tend to be a night person. I'm not a morning person. So probably maybe morning people, I've heard a lot of people say like first thing they do when they get out of bed is do a meditation. You could do like a 1 minute or a 3 minute meditation when you wake up to kind of set the tone for your day. And like, you know, like what you do first in the day is going to determine how the rest of your day goes. But I tend to do everything at night.
Right. Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah. And I think stopping in the middle of the day, like, I mean, I've had times when I've been at work and something is happening and I can tell that I'm feeling really bad. Like I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling ashamed of something. And even just being able to go to the bathroom and sit for a minute and go observe, like just observe what is happening in my body and what is happening in my mind. Like, it's like you eventually can bring that tool to be in your life all the time. So
that is brilliant.
Yeah. I've done a couple of videos where I've got just like you're sitting, like I'm videotaping a stream. So it's like things that you can use to calm you down, right? But not all meditation is intended to calm you down. Some of it is intended to be there.
Because I noticed that before that I would sit on a meditation and I'll be like, I don't feel very peaceful, but I was fighting with the fact, oh, I have to be feeling peaceful right now. And I was like, other emotions were popping up. So very interesting. Yeah.
You'll feel more peaceful afterwards because you sat with those emotions.
Right.
Which is stuff that you talk about all the time anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Josephine.
Okay. Thank you, Shanina.
Bye.